Idioms and phrases about communication, with meanings and examples. Keep someone posted. The meaning of keep someone posted is to regularly give someone the most recent news about something.
We'll keep you posted.
Let the cat out of the bag. This idiom means to reveal something secret or private, often without intending to.
Well, technically, Stella let the cat out the bag.
Spill the beans. The phrase spill the beans means to reveal information that was meant to be kept private.
Hey now, come on, spill the beans.
Hear something on the grapevine or hear something through the grapevine. This means to hear news from someone who heard the news from someone else.
I had heard some things on the grapevine.
I heard through the grapevine you guys are getting divorced, aren't you?
From the horse's mouth. If you hear something from the horse's mouth or straight from the horse's mouth, you hear it from the person who has direct personal knowledge of it.
From the horse's mouth, so to speak.
Come out of your shell. If someone comes out of their shell, they become less shy and more talkative and friendly.
I guess she just needs time to come out of her shell.
Touch base. To touch base means to make contact or communication with someone, usually briefly.
Not for long, just to touch base.
The bottom line. The bottom line means the most important thing that you have to consider or accept.
Anyway, the bottom line is Schumacher is not your guy.
In a nutshell, it is used to indicate that you are saying something in a very brief way.
So in a nutshell, you're following me down here to settle a score?
And finally, in black and white. If you say that something is in black and white, you mean you have a written proof of it, and therefore more likely to be true or definite.
Well, it says it right here in black and white.
Idioms and phrases that have to do with describing people qualities. Heart of gold. If a person has a heart of gold, that means they are very kind and generous.
You got a heart of gold, Sully. You got a heart of gold, Sully.
A pain in the neck, which means that someone or something is annoying or difficult to deal with.
Some of his friends can be a pain in the neck. Some of his friends can be a pain in the neck.
A people person. This phrase describes someone who enjoys being with or talking to other people.
I'm a people person. I'm a people person.
A big mouth. This one has two uses. The first one is to describe someone who is bad at keeping secrets. And the second use is to say that someone talks too much.
Get her drunk. She has a big mouth when she drinks. Get her drunk. She has a big mouth when she drinks.
Down to earth means that someone is practical, reasonable, and friendly.
I find your manner very down to earth. I find your manner very down to earth.
Finally, we have the idiom, larger than life, which describes someone who attracts a lot of attention because they are more exciting or interesting than most people.
He's just a little larger than life. He's just a little larger than life.
Idioms and phrases we often use when talking about problematic situations. Bite the bullet. This phrase means to accept or face something unpleasant because it cannot be avoided.
Virginia, bite the bullet.
Grasping at straws. This idiom is used to mean an attempt to succeed, such as in an argument, debate, or attempt at a solution, when nothing you choose is likely to work.
I'm grasping at straws, I know.
Dodge a bullet means to avoid a dangerous or negative situation.
You really dodged the bullet, not marrying my sister.
Down in the dumps. If you're down in the dumps, this means that you're feeling sad and very depressed.
Your illness is putting you down in the dumps.
Face the music means to accept responsibility for something you have done.
Who needs to face the music now?
When it rains, it pours. This is used to say that when something bad happens, other bad things usually happen at the same time.
When it rains, it pours.
Out of the woods. Out of the woods means out of danger or difficulty.
I'm not out of the woods yet.
The tip of the iceberg. If something is the tip of the iceberg, this means it is a small, noticeable part of a problem, the total size of which is really much greater.
This is just the tip of the iceberg.
And the last idiom we have today is on the rocks. If something such as a marriage or a business is on the rocks, It is experiencing difficulties and likely to fail soon.
I'm telling you, their marriage is on the rocks.
5 idioms about encouragement.
When one door closes, another one opens.
Because when one door closes, another opens.
When one door closes, another one opens means if one thing you do fails, you will soon have an opportunity to try to succeed as long as you keep trying.
Keep your chin up and your potential energy high.
Anyway, keep your chin up.
The meaning of keep your chin up is to stay cheerful and hopeful during difficult times.
We got less than 24 hours. Give it a shot.
Give it a shot simply means to try to do something.
When life gives you lemons, make lemonade.
When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade?
When life gives you lemons, make lemonade. This means to try to make the best of a bad situation.
Look on the bright side.
You should look on the bright side of things, Corporal.
And finally, look on the bright side. The meaning of look on the bright side is to always try to see the good things even in bad situations.
Idioms and phrases about happiness.
Number 1.
Over the moon. Over the moon means to be very happy.
Cody is over the moon. Cody is over the moon.
Number 2.
Like a kid in a candy store. This means to be very happy and excited about the things around you.
I do kind of feel like a kid in a candy store. I do kind of feel like a kid in a candy store.
Number 3.
In high spirits. If someone is in high spirits, they are extremely happy and having a good time.
England fans in high spirits after cup final victory. England fans in high spirits after cup final victory.
Number 4.
Have a ball. This phrase means to spend time in a very enjoyable way.
I imagine you all had a ball finding examples for this assignment. I imagine you all had a ball finding examples for this assignment.
Number 5.
On top of the world. If someone says that they feel on top of the world, they are emphasizing that they feel extremely happy.
Oh, top of the world, Coach. How you doing? Oh, top of the world, Coach. How you doing?
And the last one for today is have the time of your life. The phrase have the time of your life means to enjoy yourself very much.
You kids, you are going to have the time of your life. You kids, you are going to have the time of your life.
Idioms and phrases about time. In the nick of time. This idiom is used to say that something happens at the last possible moment.
You caught us just in the nick of time yesterday.
Beat the clock. The meaning of beat the clock is to do or finish something quickly before a particular time.
Hiram's gonna beat the clock.
Around the clock. Around the clock means all day and all night without stopping.
We've been working around the clock, the whole unit.
Turn back the clock. It means to change something so that it behaves or exists as it did in the past.
There's no way to turn back the clock and to make up for lost time.
The ship has sailed. The idiom, the ship has sailed, means an opportunity has already passed and is no longer possible.
But that ship has sailed, my friend.
Kill time. Kill time means to do something that keeps you busy while you are waiting for something or someone.
Well, I guess we could stop and have lunch to kill time.
Once in a blue moon. If something happens once in a blue moon, it happens very rarely.
This is a once-in-a-blue-moon type of situation, I'd say.
Call it a day or call it a night. To discontinue work or some regular activities.
Let's call it a day, guys.
We should call it a night.
In the blink of an eye. If you say that something happens in the blink of an eye, you mean that it happens very quickly.
Life is short, folks. Let me tell you, it is over in the blink of an eye.
And last idiom for today is moment of truth. And it means an important time when someone must make a decision quickly.
The moment of truth has finally arrived.
Idioms that have to do with relationships. The first idiom is hit it off. When two people hit it off, they like each other. and become friendly as soon as they meet.
I knew they wouldn't hit it off. I knew they wouldn't hit it off.
Get on like a house on fire. This idiom is similar to the first one. If two people get on like a house on fire, they quickly become close friends.
I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire. I'm sure you'll get on like a house on fire.
Go way back. If people go way back, they have known each other for a long time.
Oh yeah. Me and Mickey, we go way back. Oh yeah. Me and Mickey, we go way back.
Give someone the cold shoulder. To give someone the cold shoulder means to treat someone in an unfriendly way.
She give me the cold shoulder. She give me the cold shoulder.
Be on the same wavelength. If two people are on the same wavelength, they find it easy to understand each other and they tend to agree.
My sister and I were not on the same wavelength. My sister and I were not on the same wavelength.
Break the ice. The idiom break the ice means to do or say something to make people more relaxed or comfortable in a new situation, or when people meet for the first time.
I know you're shy and afraid to break the ice, so I'll start. I know you're shy and afraid to break the ice, so I'll start.
Save face. To do something that will stop you from looking stupid or feeling embarrassed.
How many more people must die so that you might save face? How many more people must die so that you might save face?
See eye to eye. To see eye to eye with someone means to agree with them or to have similar opinions or viewpoints.
Our people never see eye to eye. Our people never see eye to eye.
And the last idiom we have today is get on someone's nerves. It means to make one feel angry and nervous.
Can tell already you are gonna get on my nerves. Can tell already you are gonna get on my nerves.
English idioms and phrases about health.
No, I'm fine. I'm just as fit as a fiddle. No, I'm fine. I'm just as fit as a fiddle.
As fit as a fiddle. As fit as a fiddle means to be very healthy and strong.
Well, here I am, safe and sound. Well, here I am, safe and sound.
Safe and sound. This phrase means to be completely safe and without injury or damage.
Affirmative. Alive and kicking.
Good.
Affirmative. Alive and kicking.
Good.
Alive and kicking. This phrase is an informal way to say that you are alive and doing well.
I said a clean bill of health. I said a clean bill of health.
A clean bill of health. The meaning of a clean bill of health is to officially say that someone is healthy or that something is working correctly.
I can see you're feeling somewhat under the weather. I can see you're feeling somewhat under the weather.
Under the weather. People say under the weather to express that they're feeling sick or unwell.
Oh, you weren't joking. You really are out of shape, huh? Oh, you weren't joking. You really are out of shape, huh?
Out of shape. To be out of shape means to be in poor physical condition or unfit because you do not exercise regularly.
Idioms and phrases about work. Keep up the good work. The phrase keep up the good work is used to encourage a person to continue doing the good things that they are doing.
Well, keep up the good work, son. Well, keep up the good work, son.
A labor of love. The idiom, a labor of love, describes the work that you do because you really enjoy it, and not because you will receive money or praise for it, or because you need to do it.
Well, thank you. It was a labor of love. Well, thank you. It was a labor of love.
Burn the candle at both ends. The meaning of this idiom is to work or do other things from early in the morning until late at night, and so get very little rest.
I mean, I'm just trying to make things happen and kind of burn the candle at both ends.
Back to the salt mines. Back to the salt mines means back to one's job or daily work, especially when it is very hard or unpleasant.
Yep. Back to the salt mines. Yep. Back to the salt mines.
And the last one for today is to have a lot on one's plate. And it means to have something, usually a large amount of important work to deal with.
Oh, well, I do have a lot on my plate right now. Oh, well, I do have a lot on my plate right now.
Idioms and phrases with mind.
Keep in mind or bear in mind. The meaning of this idiom is to remember some information or advice and consider it at some time in the future.
Keep in mind what I got from you is only one side of the story.
Now bear in mind, I don't have any money.
Change one's mind. This means to change one's opinion or decision about something.
Did he change his mind?
Cross one's mind. And it means to think about something for a short time.
It even crossed my mind that this was all you.
All in one's mind. This idiom is used to say that something is not real and is just being imagined.
It's all in my mind.
Make up one's mind. The meaning of this idiom is to make a final decision about something after a period of consideration.
The president has made up his mind.
And the last one is, great minds think alike. This saying is usually said when two people independently have the same good idea at nearly the same time.
Ah, great minds think alike.
Idioms and phrases about money.
Cost me an arm and a leg. Cost me an arm and a leg.
Cost an arm and a leg. If you say that something costs an arm and a leg, you mean that it is very expensive.
And then one night, I hit the jackpot. And then one night, I hit the jackpot.
Hit the jackpot. The idiom hit the jackpot means to achieve great success or to suddenly get or win a lot of money.
You gotta tighten your belt. You gotta tighten your belt.
Tighten one's belt. The meaning of this idiom is to spend less money than you did before because you have less money.
Joe was born with a silver spoon in his mouth. Joe was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Born with a silver spoon in one's mouth. The meaning of born with a silver spoon in one's mouth is born into a very wealthy family.
But at least I understand that money doesn't grow on trees. But at least I understand that money doesn't grow on trees.
Money doesn't grow on trees. This phrase means it requires effort to earn money and it is limited, so you must be careful how you spend it.
Penny saved is a penny earned. Penny saved is a penny earned.
A penny saved is a penny earned. This phrase is used to say that it is important to save money.
Idioms and phrases about thought and memory. Think outside the box. This idiom means to think imaginatively using new ideas instead of traditional or expected ideas.
So, I figure it's time to think outside the box. So, I figure it's time to think outside the box.
Put two and two together. To make a correct guess based on what one has seen or heard.
Sooner or later, he's going to put two and two together. Sooner or later, he's going to put two and two together.
Have a clue. To know about something or about how to do something.
They don't have a clue what they're talking about. They don't have a clue what they're talking about.
Food for thought. This phrase means something that should be thought about or considered carefully.
Well, food for thought. Well, food for thought.
Rack one's brain. To try very hard to think of or remember something.
Come on, Klaus. Rack your brain. Come on, Klaus. Rack your brain.
And the last idiom for today is put one's thinking cap on. The meaning of put one's thinking cap on is to start trying to think of what should be done.
I'll just have to put my thinking cap on. I'll just have to put my thinking cap on.
3 idioms about eating in English language.
Could eat a horse. This phrase is used to say that you are very hungry.
I'm not hungry, Mum.
An hour ago you said you could eat a horse.
I'm not hungry, Mum.
An hour ago you said you could eat a horse.
Work up an appetite. If you work up an appetite, you do something, for example, exercise, that makes you feel hungry.
Business works up my appetite. Business works up my appetite.
Someone's eyes are bigger than their stomach. This idiom is used to say that someone has taken more food than they can possibly eat.
I guess my eyes were bigger than my stomach. I guess my eyes were bigger than my stomach.
Idioms about success and failure.
Before I had a chance to turn the corner. Before I had a chance to turn the corner.
Turn the corner. This idiom means to get past the most difficult area or period in something and begin to improve.
The sky's the limit, son. The sky's the limit, son.
The sky is the limit. If you say the sky is the limit, you mean that there is nothing to prevent someone or something from being very successful.
We've made a breakthrough with the nanotechnology. We've made a breakthrough with the nanotechnology.
Make a breakthrough. To achieve success or make a discovery, especially after lengthy efforts.
You know, in life, you got to strike while the iron's hot. You know, in life, you got to strike while the iron's hot.
Strike while the iron is hot. To strike while the iron is hot means to grab an opportunity before it passes or to take advantage of an opportunity before it is too late.
So I could easily climb the ladder of success. So I could easily climb the ladder of success.
Climb the ladder of success. To become successful over time, as within a company or industry.
There's always a risk you'll fall flat on your face. There's always a risk you'll fall flat on your face.
Fall flat on one's face. To fail or make an embarrassing mistake when you try to do something.
Man, I missed the boat on that one, huh? Man, I missed the boat on that one, huh?
Miss the boat. To lose an opportunity to do something by being slow to act.
You want to watch me go down in flames? You want to watch me go down in flames?
Go down in flames. To fail in a big way or to fail spectacularly.
Here's the deal. We are dead in the water without this woman. Here's the deal. We are dead in the water without this woman.
Dead in the water. If something is dead in the water, it has no chance of succeeding or of making any progress.
The crafts program fell by the wayside last month. The crafts program fell by the wayside last month.
Fall by the wayside. If a person or plan falls by the wayside, they fail or stop before they complete what they set out to do.
4 came up short, 2 were yours. 4 came up short, 2 were yours.
Come up short. This idiom means to fail to meet certain expectations or goals.